Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. I am hanging out in the willow tree garden bed this morning. Before it gets too hot, my plan for today is to work on what is soon to become my new trial garden bed. So this bed right here surrounding my Robbie the willow tree is, it's kind of an eyesore. I haven't really known what to do with it. So it came with the house when we moved in. There was a matching bed over here. There was a couple plum trees, and there was actually a matching raised bed right here. So there was kind of more of a point to having the raised bed. Now it kind of looks, I don't know. I don't want to say it looks out of place, but it definitely is kind of weird. In our long-term plans, we're probably planning on removing it. But my friend Michael Glassman, who is also a landscape designer, you all know him, he came over the other week and he had a great, fabulous, incredible idea for that while I still have it here, to turn it into my trial garden bed. And I am so obsessed with that idea. I absolutely love it. So I have the great opportunity that I get to try a whole bunch of brand new plants that have just come out, plants that aren't even out yet. And normally I just throw them in spots in my garden, one off plant here, one off plant there, and it doesn't look great. And if the plant doesn't succeed in my garden, then it's kind of this dead plant that just doesn't look good. So he had a great idea of making this a trial garden bed, which is perfect. So that means if the plant doesn't work, it's not a big deal because it's in here. I can label everything. It's just going to give me a reason to come and mess with this garden bed. And I couldn't be more excited about it. What a great idea. So anyway, I am planning to just kind of spruce it up a little bit. I don't want to put any money into it. I don't want to do anything crazy, but what I do want to do, you can see it's, kind of like the stone block, and then on the back it's wood, and right here for some reason there is a bench. And I have to say, I don't think I've ever sat on this bench because of my fear that it would break underneath me. It is that rattly and everything. So today my plan is to try and remove at least this bench, the back 3 posts back there, and then hopefully I will be able to stain this wood on the back side. I could stain these blocks in front here, but Michael had a really good suggestion to not bring too much attention to them, which I think is a great suggestion because they're not exactly very pretty, but at least I can kind of clean up the wood back there and make it kind of disappear. Now I have 2 half gallons of black stain, even different color black stain. I mean, black is black, but this is tricorn black, and then this is just called black. And I'm just going to mix them together and hope that I have enough stain to cover this. If it doesn't, that's okay. I can get more of this stuff anyway. But I'm just trying to not spend any money on this and see what I can do. So I've got my eye protection. I've got gloves. I'm just going to see what I can do, mainly to rip out this bench. That's what I'm kind of most scared about. And then just see if I can kind of spruce this area up to get it ready for my trial garden next season. So it looks like this thing is just held together by nails. So I'm hoping it's going to be pretty easy to remove if I just pull out all the nails. It definitely looks DIY'd. Oh God, are you kidding? Oh my goodness, this thing is DIY'd. Not in a good way either. I'm afraid I'm gonna pull the whole thing apart. So I want to keep this board because this board is kind of like the backboard for for the raised bed. But if I pull this up, this whole thing comes up, and I'm afraid if I pull it out too far, all this soil is going to fall back out, and that would just be horrible. Oh my goodness. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop with the prying, and I'm just going to start cutting because at least that can maybe leave it there. Oh my gosh, I might have to shore this up even. How did this even stay standing for as long as it did? You know that phrase, opening a can of worms? I think that's what I'm doing right now. I think I'm opening a can of worms. Yeah. This is really quality work I'm doing right here. So from this side, it looks okay, right? It looks like a raised bed, no big deal. Wood in the back. From the back side though, yeah, it looks like it's gonna fall over any minute. Do you guys remember when I was pulling out the bearded iris and the lavender in this bed and I was standing in it and I was yanking it with all my might? How this thing just didn't completely collapse on me, I don't even know, because it is hanging on by threads. This post right here is all rotted out. You can see the techniques they use to hold everything together, which really didn't honestly work very well. Honestly, the biggest thing is the wood is super, super rotted. So it needs to be replaced, but I don't want to spend a dime on this. So I'm just going to try and shore it up as much as I can, get it to last at least through one season, slap a coat of paint on it, and we'll all cross our fingers that it doesn't collapse, because, but nobody touch this thing, okay? Because it's about to fall over. And for those of you who are wondering and possibly thinking that by removing the bench, I somehow removed some structural integrity of this back side here, absolutely not. There was no structuralness to that bench at all. If anything, it was just putting more pressure on these footers right here, or these posts right here. Everything was just kind of willy-nilly nailed in. So I didn't remove anything structural. I made sure. I sat there and I thought about it and I looked at it, and the bench was, I don't know what the bench was just for looks. So what I'm going to do now is I am just going to slap a coat of paint on it, because everything looks better with a coat of paint on it, right? you guys, I am all done. I painted all the wood areas. I think the wood looks really good, and now I'm super tempted to paint the stone, but I'm gonna stop myself because I'm right in the middle of the project. It's getting warm. I'm not thinking straight, but at least I got a little bit of improvement back here. Okay, so there's the finished product right there. It looks pretty good. So most important thing, well, I don't know if it's the most important thing, but it was really nice to have that bench gone, especially because it had absolutely no use. And then just staining the rest of the wood, I think made a really big difference, especially the back of it right over there. This was the area where you really could see the bare wood. So I think that that looks a lot better stained dark. I started getting a little uncomfortable over here because there was a ton of spiders over here. And had I known there were that many spiders and black widows, I might have not even started this project. So this might not be the best paint job, but whatever, I don't care. So now I'm kind of at the point that I was thinking, man, I think that the stone in the front might look good painted dark. And I actually tested this spot right here to see how much paint the stone would actually soak up, and I don't think I have enough paint to finish it, at least today. So that's okay, I'll think about it. I haven't decided whether or not I want to paint the stone. Like that might bring more attention to it, but it would also kind of like cap it off a little bit nicer. So let me know what you think. Regardless, this project that I wanted to do today is done. I do think it looks better. I do think it's lipstick on a pig, but you know what? Some of the projects just have to be like that, especially the ones that you really don't want to spend any money on. And I don't want to spend a dime on this simply because I don't know how long we're going to keep this. I don't know how long it's going to hold up. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.